Hello there and welcome back to a brand new video. Today we'll be going over everything that happened in the LEGO Black Friday live stream. Now this was an American exclusive, so as you can see the gift cards they were giving away were in dollars and all the giveaways were for people that were in America, as in the United States, and in Canada, with the exception of Quebec, which I found a little strange, but you were able to win 30 lots of $100 gift cards, and also this set right here, signed by the designers with a few little doodles and notes, which would be really awesome. So if you are watching this video and the rewards still up, head over to lego.com, head to your rewards page, and you might still be able to enter for a chance to win. But today we'll be going over everything that happened in this live stream. Well, a few sets we've already seen. They did talk about the Winter Village sets, and they spoke a bit about all the other sets that have just released. We got a look at the Natural History Museum. We also got a closer look at the Friends Botanical set and a few other sets that they'd released this year. But the main thing was after the UCS Venator and after the T6 shuttle, which funnily enough they only showed the top side of, we did get to see exclusive instructions which were given out just in the stream, and that's for this wig stand modular. It does fit in with the other modular builds, so it's a funny little build, and this can actually be built purely from the Pick-a-Brick pieces, all the bricks that are currently on Lego's Pick-a-Brick Online, and you can order this alongside all your other builds. And right at the end they actually include all the design elements and the IDs for these pieces, which make them so much easier to look through. Usually instructions do anyway, but it's nice that they've included this. This one in particular is a hat stand, so you can show off all your wigs and hats. So between each of your modulars, it's a cool little build and something fun that if you don't like building your own things, and you do have a few hair pieces and hats extra from the other sets, because most minifigures come with a hairpiece and a hat in these expensive sets. They don't come with either, so it's a good place to use them up, and you can just switch it out, make it a pet store or something else like that for your modular city. So these instructions are out there. I'm sure you'll be able to find them if you search for Lego's Wig Stand Modular, and they might even add them to Lego's site at some point. But the main thing we're here for is the Avengers combo. Now, they did announce the gift with purchase that will be given away with the set. I did see the set earlier on in the day. It was actually put up midnight 2 days ago, so the set's been up for quite a while now, and that was sort of the point of this. We also had the designers' interviews flooding out, and everyone's reviews of the box of the set. No one could open it yet, but the reviews of the box were all out yesterday, so I feel like it did overshadow the actual stream, because there was nothing exclusive talked about in the stream except for the previous instructions, which for a stream that was about an hour and a half isn't anything too grand. You sort of have to be keeping away from Lego news to be surprised by anything they talked about. So it was a fun stream nonetheless, but I did end up staying up till 11:30 for a hour and a half stream that was running like 15 minutes late. So I did stay up till early morning just to get this content to put out for you. So you're very welcome. And this gift with purchase is actually pretty cool. It does come with a taxi driver that has Kevin Feige's hat with the Avengers logo. So it's nothing too special as far as the build. The number plate for the taxi though is probably going to be a sticker, but is AT and then the set number for the Avengers Tower. So Avengers Tower followed by the set number, which is really cool. And it does come with Black Panther and two of these creatures from Endgame. I can't remember what they're called. Two Outriders, there you go, that's what Lego calls them. So that is pretty cool, and I believe this will also be given away for other Marvel sets. So if you meet the minimum price, similar to the Venator when we had, I think, Luke's X-Wing return for like £80 spends, and then we also had the Venator gift with purchase for like £300 worth of Lego Star Wars. I can't remember the exact threshold that you had to spend, but it's definitely going to be high just because of how much the Avengers Tower comes in at. And now let's get to said tower, and you can see, I mean, £429, it's a bit pricey. It sounds a bit nicer than $500 odd. but it is also massive. It actually doesn't stack up as high as the Daily Bugle. I know the designers have been saying it's taller than the Daily Bugle, but there's the sign on top of the Daily Bugle, and you got a few characters and antennas on the top of the Daily Bugle. So technically that is still just higher, but the actual building is higher for the Avengers Tower. And you can see the minifigures, it says 31. I think technically there's 35 once you include Hulk, Ant-Man, Dummy, and there's another character that I'm probably forgetting there. So let's take a quick look at it. From the outside, you can see we got that big fig Hulk, which if you see tomorrow's video, I'm recording this right in the morning, so I've actually recorded tomorrow's video yesterday, so 2 days ago when the video's out. And I do mention how we are sort of due a new big fig Hulk and haven't got one. Well, had I waited till today to record, I'd have known that we're getting one in the Avengers Tower, and it's going to be a very expensive way, but this big fig Hulk can turn his head, and the headpiece is actually separate, and so is the wig. They've given him a wig, so you can turn the headpiece and the wig will go with it, which is very nice. It is very interesting just how many upgraded figures we've got. I believe Falcon's got a new torso. We'll take a look at the figures in a second. But you can see there's a ton of techniques they've used to make the Avengers Tower the Avengers Tower. So at the top we've got this curved building which is built using just a bunch of plates. And now I'm not quite sure how they've got that curve to it because they've done very well. But it is a sort of flexi plate that they've got going on. And they've actually created a new glass piece which is on this corner. It was created new for this set, however they did end up using it in Gringotts, which just took less time to design, so that ended up getting on shelves first. But it is new for the translucent blue, and they've even got this curved wall running up the front which can be removed much like the roofs, and of course you've got the bay for probably the Quinjet to be docking. So you can see here they've got the front panel removed. You got the little reception down at the bottom where you've got Thor and Hulk going back in Endgame to get the Tesseract and all the agents, and then you've got a floor up. I think this is the Doctor's lab, and this would be where Ultron is worked on. You can see we've also got Wanda in there. Then a floor up, we seem to have Captain America's shield and a little action scene going on, so perhaps there's a fight there. Of course, the Avengers Tower used to be Stark Tower, so Iron Man's got probably one of the biggest rooms in the building, which you can see we got Dummy, we got Iron Man in one of, I think, 2 or 3 suits that they include with a set. And they've also printed some in the background, which is quite nice. And then you've got Black Widow having trapped Loki, which technically takes place on the helicarrier in the first Avengers movie, but they've added it to the Avengers Tower because it does fit very nice with the theme, and surely Loki's going to have some sort of prison here where they hold him before they end up taking him away. And as I said, you can see the Quinjet does fit quite nicely on this hangar. It must be to some sort of scale with it because the wings fold in and it does fit inside the hangar, which is quite nice. And it comes with a really nice cockpit piece. It's a bit smaller than the actual Quinjet, so you can only fit one of the minifigures inside, but you do get some lovely stickers, or perhaps some of these are printed, but most of them are going to be stickers for the design on the wing. And of course, the next floor up, well, I think it's top floor actually, once you've removed the panels, you can see you've got this Loki imprint printed onto the floor, or perhaps that's another sticker, which we're getting quite a few stickers here. And Hulk's big fig can actually grab onto the leg of a minifigure and throw Loki around. This was purely designed for Loki and perhaps one of the Chitauri outside of the Avengers Tower, but that is quite nice. And just behind the Hulk, I wonder if we'll get an image. I don't think we will. There is a comic book for one of the early Avengers. I think it was the first Avengers issue, and a few other Easter eggs on the top floor. So you can see a closer up of the America jewel where you've got America's arse, where Captain America does go back and they have that cool fight. You can see there is a computer on the back, and here you can actually see a scene that you can replicate on the outside where Iron Man's got his briefcase of armor and is actually dropping, and then the suit of armor sort of encases him, and you can see one of the giant space monsters that attacks Earth during the first Avengers movie. Again, I don't remember the name, but I'm a bit surprised they haven't included any images of... Oh, we do have one there. If you can zoom in, which I know you can on YouTube, so we might have to zoom into here and get a very blurry image of Iron Man dropping and his suit being put on, but there are better images around, I'm sure. And you can just see here how tall it is. You cannot build this sitting down unless you started building it on the floor, because it is just so tall and there's so many stories to be created. It does fit in with the base of the Daily Bugle. I think they got Technic clips on the bottom, so they do clip in. And here's a closer look of Loki. You can see he's masked up, ready to be taken away, like we see when he gets kidnapped for the actual Loki series. So there are a bunch of exclusive minifigures added to this set. You can see there's the worn Iron Man suit as well. And you've got the Battle in New York Memoriam out the front. Wong's there. You've even got Kevin Feige, who they did say initially, before they knew they could use Kevin Feige's name, was just going to be Kevin the Marvel fan. So that's a little funny Easter egg they were going to include that ended up being Kevin Feige. But you can see all the minifigures that have included this set. You got 4 Chitauri, Loki, Hulk, 2 Caps, Thor, 3 Iron Mans, 2 Iron Mans and a Tony Stark dummy, Wanda, Wong, War Machine, Wasp, who does include brand new wings as well as all the printing that these minifigures include. She's actually holding a micro Ant-Man, Hawkeye, Black Widow, Fury, Falcon. You got a few of the other characters, including the Doctor from Thor, who's brainwashed at the top of the tower, and a few SHIELD agents, Ultron, Feige, and Vision, who... Vision is really cool, has some half translucent legs, which would be great for Force Ghost, just to get him in a light blue and then have that half translucent legs. But similar with the cape, it's golden and then it fades to like a translucent blue at the bottom. So I'd love to see that for Force Ghost, but it's sort of to show he's just phasing through. And I guess the other character was this big one at the back here. They've included that as a character when they said 35. So it is a very good set, and though I will not be buying it because it's £430 that I do not have, and I'd rather put that money towards the Ghost to the Coruscant guard ship, which I'm definitely looking at buying at the end of the year. You can see 90 centimeters tall, 36 inches. It definitely is worth the money. All the pieces you get, you see it opens pretty easy. They have sloped off the wall very well, and overall it is a really good set. I mean, just look at that minifigure count. That is crazy. But I hope you enjoyed going over the new Avengers Tower and everything else that happened in the stream. Well, the exclusive instructions and the gift with purchase. Let me know if you're planning on buying this at some point soon. And if you've got the Sanctum Sanctorum and the Daily Bugle, the 2 designers that worked each on one of them have sort of come together for this. So this is going to fit very nicely between the 2, bridging it not only visually but also when you include the designers. So it'll look very nice on your shelf. And if you bought the other 2, I'm sure you got the money for it. So let me know, if you will, down in the comments below. Like and subscribe if you enjoy reviews and all the leaks and other set releases and reviews and customs that I build here on this channel. And do turn on notifications if you find yourself coming back to the channel. So that's all for me now, and may the bricks be with you always.